àwa gbórí ilẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ o Odùduwà bá wa túnlẹ̀ yìí ṣe o towó tọmọ o àwa gbórí ilẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ o ẹni bá dalẹ̀ abálẹ̀ lọ o pérégedé o àwa gbórí ilẹ̀ yìí pẹ́ o. Good evening to you, good morning to you, good afternoon to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live. And to start with, the news of the arrest of Chief Sunday Igboho, Oloye Sunday Igboho in Benin Republic, came to many of us as a rude shock, just like when we woke up to the news of the abduction and the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We know why they are doing this. We have envisaged it. We knew then that they were going to be targets. We knew they were going to do this. We also pretty much expected that people will rise. In the case of Oloye Sunday Igboho, I will tell you what I've been told happened. I'm not going to give the full details for the sake of, for those, or let me say for the sake of the tension that this still generates. From the news out there, you have been reading that Oloye Sunday Igboho is on his way to Germany. I can tell you that tonight, that is not true. To start with, he is still pretty much with them in Cotonou, where he was arrested last night. Some people have been trying to mock him, laugh, and some were even calling him a coward. Oloye Sunday Igboho, not for once, never, not on record, did he ever said his position on the Fulani terrorists who have wreaked so much havoc around the Yoruba land. There was never a time that Oloye Sunday Igboho ever said he was waging war against Nigeria. But what he didn't know was that the moment he went to that Igangan, that day was the declaration of war on the Fulanis. And that moment was the moment they put a target on his back. The question many Yorubas are now asking is this: if you have to join them to condemn Oloye Sunday Igboho or to wish him to be killed, what would be the reason and what would be the crime? And is that crime also carries the maximum sentence of assassination? I'll take you through the memory lane. How did Oloye Sunday Igboho get involved in this issue of insecurity that has now enveloped and nearly swallowed the entire southern Nigeria, where an idea of keeping us mute started from? Sunday Igboho did not, at any point in time, rose up to fight against Nigeria. He said, Yorubas must protect the vulnerable Yorubas who have been abandoned by the government of Nigeria. Last night, an arrangement was put in place for his own safety to leave Nigeria. Before his arrival in Benin Republic, after the assassination attempt on his life, no court order, no court judgment asked for his arrest or for his invitation. He was invited to be incarcerated and put in a shelf like a trophy for the Fulani terrorists who are currently in government in Nigeria. That was the plan. They were not to follow any legal means, even if they feel like he has committed any crime, which he did. He did not commit. Now, as a plan ahead, there was already a process for a political asylum the moment that those he trusted in Nigeria are continuing to work with those who want him dead. The advice then is this: if you are a freedom fighter, you have three options. You can either be dead, you can either be in prison, or you can either be in exile. Now, if you are in exile, it simply means that you live to fight another day. Your presence alone is what is called the motivation for those who believe in a cause that brought everybody out from their comfort zone. You can either be in prison when those who want to stop you from whatever you are doing to liberate and make people stop any invading attacks as they have been experiencing in the past 5 years. You can either be in jail or you'll be dead like they attempted to do when they invaded his home. So Oloye Sunday Igboho can now be considered as a political refugee. And that is exactly what I said. I said, Boko Haram, they are going to do a lot. After what happened in Egongon, I said they're going to do a lot to either send Sunday Igboho into the forest and let their Fulani terrorists take over our communities, or they're going to try and send him out of Nigeria completely so that he will not have the chance or the wherewithal to continue to organize and mobilize the young Yorubas for the cause of defending the Yoruba land. The other option was to ensure that they kill him, which many of us believe that, oh, that will have consequences. However, after efforts to make the Yoruba governors hand him over somehow or get him killed, failed, or slow to happen, then they decided to kill him. Therefore, he has to run for his life. He never waged war against Nigeria. The question the Yorubas should be asking is this: why is Nigeria, so why is Buhari so adamant? Why is their own Fulani military so adamant in killing Sunday Igboho, including using the federal government resources of Nigeria to track down anyone that they believe is a political impediment to their whatever agenda? Sunday Igboho became a target for speaking up for the Yoruba people, for speaking up for you, for speaking up for me. They attacked him. They burned down his house. Nobody was arrested. No compensation or nothing. They just pretended that it never happened. Now, they attacked his home, killed 2 innocent people, 2 innocent, responsible young men. They killed them, and they declared Sunday Igboho wanted without telling us what exactly did he do. But I'll take you through a memory lane. On that fateful day, in the first week of January 2021, the people of Egongon, Ayete, and many other areas in that part of Oyo State, who have been living under the total terrorism of this Fulani terrorist for years, they were able to cry out. And because Sunday Igboho is from that part of Oyo State, he decided to visit. On his first visit, let me show you what happened as a reminder. For those who didn't know what happened, how did we get here? How did Sunday Igboho become part of those who are asking the Yorubas to stand up because of what he has seen when he was in the bush chasing out these terrorists, chasing after them, and they reported him. And now they want to have him as a trophy. I'm coming back to Cotonou, but let's go back to where it all started from, that fateful day in Egongon.
Ọ̀dọ̀ Sẹ́ríkì wọn la wà yìí. Ọ̀dọ̀ Sẹ́ríkì tó ń fọ́n Fúlàní àti kiri bòròró. Ọ̀dọ̀ Sẹ́ríkì wọn la wà yìí. Hey. Sẹ́ríkì àná. Ṣẹ́tì. Ọlọ́fà. Àwọn wá fún tàwọn bá ń sọ́ọ̀sì ní pé ẹ̀yin náà gbọ́ nípa ẹjọ́ ló ń ṣẹ́ ní báyìí. Ẹ gbọ́ nípa ìfilẹ̀ ọmọ wa ní ìfilẹ̀ tó ń gbé. Ẹ gbọ́ nípa ọ̀nẹ́rẹ́bù wa tán jí gbé tán pa. Àwọn ìyá yín ló ń lọ mẹ́rin. Ọ̀yà bá ti jọba sí ọbẹ̀. Ẹ̀yà kájọ bá ti jọba ní kò sí ètò nìkan. Oṣù abẹ́ ìkájọ àfẹ́ ní ìbọn lẹ́yìn. Bá dé gbogbo ẹ̀ báyìí. Àlọ́ ìbọn lẹ́yìn. Kò sí ètò nìkan bí báyìí. Ṣé bí ṣe rẹ̀? Lẹ́fọ̀ àwọn bíbí ti pọ̀ jù. Ẹ ń pè mí ní. Pé kéye ẹnìkan yọ̀ bọ́ àlẹ́ yìí. Sunday Igboho lọ́wọ́ sọ́dọ̀ wa mí yìí ní bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ní. Ẹ ṣe sùúrù díẹ̀ náà ìjọ. Ẹ gbé fóònù wá kí n bá sọ̀rọ̀ tó bá fẹ́ bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. Sunday Igboho. Ẹ ká ti jọba bẹ́ẹ̀. ẹ gbà pé wẹ́ẹ̀ máa go ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe ti rí pé ti sùn ṣe rí pé sùn ìbọn tí aláyé mi gbà lọ́wọ́ pé ó fẹ́ bá Sẹ́ríkì wọn sọ̀rọ̀ lára àwọn ọmọ Sẹ́ríkì wọn lọ gbébọn jáde.
èèyàn tó bá ń lo agídí Sẹ́ríkì àbọ̀dé.
ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́rọ̀.
ẹjọ́ farabalẹ̀ ẹ lánà. ohun tí mo wá wá fún ẹ máa gbọ́ mi iṣẹ́ gbọ́ mi dáadáa. wọ́n lò ó bí
ẹni
máa yìnbọn kí ló dé gan ilé gbọ́dọ̀ ẹ farabalẹ̀. ìgbà tí wọ́n pa bàtà ìtàn wọ́n tún mú àlàjì àwọn tó pa. ẹ farabalẹ̀ ẹ farabalẹ̀ gbọ́n tẹ̀mí sọ mí ní kẹ́ fọ́ọ̀kẹ́ gbọ́ mi sí bíbá yìí. ìgbà tí wọ́n pa ẹ̀ tán wọ́n tún wá mú ọmọ kábíyèsí wa ń gàgà ń bí wọ́n tún jí gbé wọ́n tún ní kọ́ lọ gbé ránṣọ wa sọ èkó níbẹ̀ lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa níbà. Kọ̀yẹ́ kó níbẹ̀ Sẹ́ríkì kí ló wá fà tẹ́mi ẹnu yóò káwọn Fúlàní tẹ̀ ń kó káàkiri àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa níbí òdodo ọ̀rọ̀ ló fẹ́ sọ fún ọ.
yẹ́n náà bí náà tí ó tẹ́lẹ̀ síbi náà kọ́mọ́ fọ yẹ́ yẹ́n náà bí Kaduna ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lélẹ̀ bá a ṣàwọ̀ everybody àbáyíyá yìí fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ni Sẹ́ríkì tẹ́ dem náà Sẹ́ríkì tẹ́ dem náà mí náà kọ́mọ́ fọ yẹ́ yẹ́n náà yẹ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá no be ilẹ̀ Hausa no be north ogun máa pàyà gbogbo yín ni ogun máa pàyà gbogbo yín ni ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni bíbá ẹ̀ kò ṣe l'Hausa àbáyé fẹ́ bàjẹ́ ni ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni bíbá ẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá la wà Sẹ́ríkì control your people or else gbàsọ̀ náà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ fọ́gí mọ́ ó yẹ sùn sẹ́yìn. Sẹ́ríkì control your people Sẹ́ríkì ilẹ̀ Yorùbá la wà no be ilẹ̀ Hausa no be north ẹ ti jẹ́ tán Sẹ́ríkì control your people.
ẹ jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ náà ẹ jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ náà.
On that fateful day. But before that, right, when Sunday Igboho got to Igangan, right, he met with the families, the relatives of the victims. I'm sorry if you don't understand Yoruba. Some people should please help me. If you can, help me start typing the interpretation of this in English, if you can, please. That will help those who don't understand Yoruba. And when Sunday Igboho got to that Igangan that day, he didn't go there to fight. He went there for fact finding. Is it true? Are our people really going through this? And government have not done anything about it. Like you are just at the mercy of the kidnappers. You kidnap people, collect ransom in that forest, right? And usually the person who always handle the negotiation, right, ransom negotiation, is that Sẹ́ríkì. To the point that they kidnapped the prince of that town that actually owns the land. And they collected ransom from the family, from the Baale. They've burned down, the palace. They've burned down the palace now. That was what they did way back in June last month when they went back there to kill 20 people. Right? But before it got to a point where Sunday Igboho moved to that camp, a once dreaded forest occupied by a man called Sẹ́ríkì Fulani. He met with the family. Please listen as a Yoruba man and then be the judge if Sunday Igboho deserve what the Fulani Boko Haram's jihadist government is trying to do to him. And it is actually just the beginning. It was not part of the plan of what they plan to do to us in Yoruba land. But when Sunday Igboho ventured into the picture, it disrupted their plan and it quickly brought up their action, brought it forward quicker than expected. And now they have declared that war. So you watch this and tell me if Sunday Igboho deserves what they are doing to him right now, to start with.
A wà ní ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá tí wọ́n kidnap ọmọ wọn. Ẹ bá a explain fún àwọn ará ilé kó lè gbọ́.
Bàbá wa tó dúró yìí, àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n fún àwọn àtẹ̀mí. Ọmọ wọn Dr. Bàbá Yà Aborode,
nítorí pé màálù wọlé oko ẹ má boko bí jẹ má ṣe wọ́n lè pa èrò dọ́kítọ̀ tó wá láti Germany tó wá ṣàlùwà nínú ìlú.
kí lorúkọ ìlú tí àwọn
ìlú ọ̀gbọ̀n láwa yìí nílùú dọ́kítọ̀ bàtà ìyàwó mi ṣe inú wọn láwa yìí tó àjẹ tí wá ọjọ́ tí wọ́n ti wá kí wọn mi ò tí ì rí ọ̀gá mi bá sọ̀rọ̀ gbà yẹn tó lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn tó rí wọn bá sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà kan máa wá pa àwọn ògbó olú ibẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti dópin báyẹn láìpẹ́ náà lọ́ọ́ pa Ṣùbáwà bí òun ti ẹ̀ ń ṣe ọmọ ìlú yìí ogo orí náà ni ìmọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ ló ti wá ó lè wá jáde sẹ́lẹ̀ ní obìnrin olóbìnrin ìyàwó president assistant commissioner.
àwọn wo ló pa wọ́n
àwọn Fúlàní àtàwọn bòrò wọ́n ń ṣe kidnapper wọ́n á kidnap àwọn èèyàn wọ́n máa bèrè fún ransom and táwọn family àwọn èèyàn bá lè tètè àwọn olóhùn apá ẹni ẹni wọ́n ti ẹ̀dọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ mi yẹn lọ́dọ̀ kó tó bá ti ẹ̀bìrì owó ni àwà wọn ọ̀bìrì owó ẹ̀mí lọ́gbà.
ẹ ṣe
dáàdì wọn ni wọ́n dé síwájú yìí.
ẹ ṣe gan nítorí náà ni bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho Adéyẹmọ ṣe wá síbí gẹ́gẹ́ tí ẹ ṣe ń rí gbogbo tí wọ́n ti ṣe ní àtìárọ̀ pàápàá jùlọ pé kí òpin kó dé bá gbogbo àwọn Fúlàní àti bòròró tó ń wá sí ilẹ̀ wa tó wọ́n fẹ́ máa kó wa ní ẹrú a lè lọ sí ìlú wọn láti lọ máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ nítorí náà ni bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho Adéyẹmọ náà ṣe gbéra dìde ló ń wá sí ìlú yìí iṣẹ́ ribiribi ni wọ́n ti ṣe màá fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwọn náà kan sọ̀rọ̀ sí ohun tí ó ń lọ àti nǹkan tójú wọn ti rí láti gbà tó ti dé sí ilẹ̀.
So wọ́n dẹ̀ Fúlàní wọ́n ní pé wọ́n lóyún ni wọ́n jẹ́ kó òun ó dìjà wọ́n dẹ̀ pa á tó bá béèrè owó ó máa fún wọn wọ́n lè tẹ́mi ẹ̀ légbodò ẹ wo la ojú bàbá mi ṣe ẹ wo la ojú mi sẹ́ni pé àwọn oníbi tá a lè sá lọ torí pé ọmọ Yorùbá pàápàá jùlọ ọmọ ìpínlẹ̀ yóò ní ẹ wo la bàbá mi ẹ wo la mi sọ èkó níbẹ̀ sọ kí ló àná máa pa àwọn fámìlì mi lórí ilé bàbá mi ìdí nìyí tí mo fi wá bíbá yìí pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ dópin bẹ́ẹ̀ so látàrọ̀ ta dẹ̀ ti dé a rí pé Ọlọ́run ti ń fún wa sí àwọn Fúlàní ìlú ilẹ̀ ti mọ̀ pé wàhálà dé kábíyèsí ní support wa pé wọn ò fẹ́ Fúlàní àti ìlú ló ń lò wọn ó ti tó bẹ́ẹ̀ tó wọ́n sì ṣẹ̀ gbé ọmọ tòun náà lẹ̀ wọ́n gbé ọmọ tóun bí dandan wọ́n gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ajẹ́pẹ́ òun ló kù tán fẹ́ gbé báyìí tó fún díẹ̀ yìí wọn ò fẹ́ Fúlàní lò wọn so àwọn akẹ́ni kákan sí bàbá wa kákan ẹ̀ bá wọn dárò ti ẹ̀gbọ́n wa tó kù yẹn àfi ìyàgbọ́ bàbá kí Ọlọ́run ní járí rẹ̀ mọ́ Ọlọ́run bá tó láyé tó lọ́run yóò jẹ́ kí ẹ̀yin wọn dáa yóò wá di kẹ́mi tí yóò gùn gbogbo nǹkan kan fi sílẹ̀ Ọlọ́run níjọ́ bàjẹ́ Ọlọ́run wá ṣe ní àṣemọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àní rí wàhálà ogun kú òtítù níbà yìí mọ́ gbogbo àwọn tó àwọn Fúlàní tó ṣe eléyìí náà gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ti ń bẹ lábẹ́ Fúlàní tó ṣe irú eléyìí náà Ọlọ́run pa àwọn tìrẹ̀tì.
Ìṣọ̀kan Ọmọ Yorùbá TV.
ni wọ́n fún wọn ní opportunity gbogbo àti wọ́n wù yìí àtúwárí pé àwọn ọ̀dọ́ kan náà ń bẹ lábẹ́ wọn tọ́jọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ bíi gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ tẹ́jọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ ń bẹ pẹ̀lú Fúlàní tẹ́jọ́ ń ṣepọ̀ pé kí Fúlàní ọmọ ta tẹ́ ń ta àwọn fámìlì yìí lọ́pọ̀ tẹ́ ń ta Yorùbá lọ́pọ̀ Fúlàní ẹ lọ jáwọ́ o tẹ́ ẹ bàbá jáwọ́ o ẹ gbogbo lọ ni. gbogbo àwọn tá a bá fi tinútinú tàbí gbó ti Yorùbá ta dẹ̀ wó pé ìyà ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ àwọn bàbá wa àtàwọn tiwa ìyà ò dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ ilẹ̀ àwọn bàbá wa lẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí Ọlọ́run ti ká jàjà yìí àṣẹ sọ ogun ti dé láàrin Fúlàní àti Yorùbá báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣùgbọ́n àní gbogbo lọ àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa náà tí wọ́n pa Ọlọ́run ọba tó la yóò fi tiwọn yẹn bí yóò fi dópin tí yóò fi bá ó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn ẹsẹ bàbá
Save it.
I decided to share that as part of my broadcast tonight, just to flash back to when Sunday Igboho put everything, including his own comfort, put everything behind to enter the forest to go after those who have made life completely unbearable for those who live within that axis, those rural communities. I can still see people still commenting that Sunday Igboho is free, is on his way to Germany, is in Germany. I don't want to be a killjoy, but it would be better for you to stop deluding yourselves, telling yourself that it is true that he has been released and he is in Germany would not make it true. It doesn't mean that that's not what we all wish. In fact, we would never wish that this ever happened by any means, right? But that no matter how many times you type, no matter how many times you repeat it again and again, that Sunday Igboho is free, he's on his way to Germany, he's in Germany, and every other thing you are telling yourself, it is not to kill your joy. That will never make it true. Sunday Igboho is pretty much in the custody of the Beninese government in Benin Republic. And from the information we have, it will be appearing in their courts tomorrow. There are already legal representatives sent from the Lanomo Udua and so many other legal Yoruba legal organizations who have also sent representatives down to Benin Republic. From what we heard as well, there are already ongoing mobilization, which means that people want to make appearance whenever they make him show up in any court tomorrow. So that you want it to be true. You badly, badly want it to be true. Okay? That is free. Is on his way to Germany. That will not make it true because it is not. Now, we have a lot. Benin Republic is a smaller country which has at least a larger, a sort of a sizable number of the Yorubas who are also Beninese as well. And they have been following the Yoruba Nation campaign religiously too. This development has also prompted them to act, mobilize themselves, and ensure that whatever it will take, politically, diplomatically, Oloye Sunday Igboho will never be returned to Nigeria. But again, there are other legal roadblocks that will make it impossible for Nigeria to grab Sunday Igboho like they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What they did with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a crime, a real one. If they had followed the same process, if they had reported Mazi Nnamdi Kanu genuinely to the government of Kenya, and they want to follow the due process, there is no chance in 1 million years that Kenya will return Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. But we have listened to the lawyer of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The process of his return to Nigeria is pure abduction, kidnapping, which is known as international, extraordinary rendition. That's a crime. What they could have done was to report him to the Interpol. Whenever the Interpol in Kenya gets him, they will have to take him to the Kenya authorities' custody. They will have to take him before a judge in Kenya. And they have to present their case why Kenya must hand him over to Nigeria. It will have to be represented by lawyers who have to prove it to Kenya that they cannot release him to Nigeria. And that is why extradition takes forever. And that is why Buhari's government resorted to backdoor kidnapping process that many of them are still going to go to jail for. Let them enjoy the power they have right now. So they couldn't do that to Sunday Igboho. Yes, Benin Republic might be a small country, but they are part of an African charter of 1984, which says no political prisoner, no one that is who is seeking a political asylum, that knows that the purpose of his being declared wanted is not because he committed any crime, but purely for political persecution, a position that will give Sunday Igboho residency anywhere in any part of the world to start with. Now, that charter is something that Nigeria signed into, Togo, Benin Republic, and few other African countries. Yes, they might have carried out the arrest order through the Interpol. And if I tell you what happened last night, that may possibly just put a little bit of diversion to this, right? However, Benin Republic cannot just hand over Sunday Igboho to Nigeria. That is why he has to appear in court tomorrow. And from what I have been told, there are already enough legal representation in Benin Republic that will represent him, prove their case, fast forward his political asylum, and then he will become a political refugee. This then means Oloye Sunday Igboho will not become another trophy on the shelf of the lifeless mannequin in Abuja. It is so sad that, yes, we have some of our Yoruba brothers and sisters who are pretty much waiting for a day like this, a day they want to see Oloye Sunday Igboho in chains. Yes, because they somehow agree with the Fulani subjugation, or let me say the Fulanization nonsense they are pushing, which means that a bloodbath and violence, right? They have been subdued. Therefore, they wait on those who they claim to be stubborn, challenging the Fulanis. They wait for a day they're going to see them in chains, even though their own chain, which guide their hands, their legs, and chain their mouth, and they are not free. They are waiting to see those who actually have courage to stand up all to the terrorists and challenge them that, yes, you might think you have all the power, but you will never cower us on our knee. We would rather fight and we would rather die standing. And that's something that some of these, Lagos Abobakus, these Oshogbo Alimajiris, these ombud slaves, obedient fools, sophisticated morons, all these Facebook bandits, social media adsmen, and the rest of those, their uncles and aunties, the Abrodians, the Mumu lecturers, the Bele lecturers, they wait for a day where those who have done so well courageously to fend off, to ward off the chain of slavery, shackle of slavery, which has made them to agree that what is wrong? Just give your land or your life. So I can tell you that today, that it is not over until it is over. The pressure from Abuja, from what we were told, like what they did in Kenya, they knew what they promised them: free crude oil. We'll give you crude oil if you can do the work for us genuinely, okay? Once you see him on your radar and you get him for us, we'll give you oil. So that is what they promised Kenya. With other things they might have promised them. That's why they could do that backdoor job, which eventually will cost Kenya too. So many other diplomatic bruises. But Benin Republic may be small. Nigeria is pushing. As you are watching this video, there has been so many efforts from Abuja trying to twist Benin Republic government. But somebody told me something earlier today, that the president of Benin Republic is somebody who personally doesn't really agree with what is going on in Nigeria. He doesn't like Bukwari himself. He knows that Nigerians are in bondage of a tyrant that they foisted on themselves through ignorance and the division that keeps them in power. So they said the government of Benin Republic, they are not really in bed with Bukwari's government. And when Bukwari shut the border, we share the border with the Benin Republic. When they shut the border, what happened is that it also affects the shut of the border of the southern Nigeria, affected the economy of southern Nigeria, ruined, destroyed, where businesses and businessmen and women have lost almost everything in the past, almost 2 years now, by the way. By the time you get to September this year, it will be 2 years since Bukwari shut the border, but he opened the border for Dangote. He opened the border for those he gave the unilateral right to import food, and then shut our border. So this pitted Nigeria against the Benin Republic. And if anything can happen at all, the Benin Republic feels like they will never contribute to what Nigeria has become. It's tyrannical, dictatorial system. We are waiting to find out. Because when it comes to diplomatic stuffs like this, there are many, many things that can go on that can really go or happen within 24 hours. But I'm very happy and impressed with the response of all the Yoruba, different Yoruba cultural groups, socio-political groups who have responded since this happened. How do we have to encourage this? How do we have to all go silent when you can see what they are doing? You see, this is a country whereby terrorists in northern Nigeria, the terrorists who actually kill people, terrorists who actually kidnap school children, terrorists who ransack communities, destroyed lives, and they brag about it. I'm talking about terrorists who have the power to shoot down Alpha jets. Jesus. Alpha jet is a kind of a fighter jet that is one of the slickiest and sort of the fastest one of these fighter jets. They have terrorists in northern Nigeria that have the power to shoot down a fighter jet, but that region is not a threat to Boko Haram's government. Just recently, right? What am I saying? Just yesterday, while they are hunting down everybody they can hunt down to hurt and harm, including Oloye Sunday Igboho, as they are bragging about killing innocent people who have been asking them or asking people to stand up against this, this Fulani invasion. As they are bragging about that, the terrorists in northern Nigeria, they had the power to shoot down an Alpha jet, and this guy, a pilot, escaped, and they are rejoicing about that. Oh, thank God you escaped. Oh, now the people who have the capacity to what? To shoot down the military fighter jet. The people who have the power to kill the soldiers, behead them. The people who have the power to ambush a military convoy and kill them. The people who have the power to invade the military barracks and then kill people there and cut away all the weapons, including military hardwares. The criminals who have this power in Nigeria, they also have one power, a power of amnesty. No matter how much of this crime they committed, no matter how much of damages they have brought upon Nigeria, no matter how much of ruin and economic destruction they have brought upon Nigeria, they will still get amnesty. You know that. But this happened yesterday. And the guy that escaped, probably is in church doing a Thanksgiving before they give him another plane. He might not be lucky the next time. But yet, they want an average Yoruba man, an average Igbo man or a Biafran. They want him or her to believe that Nnamdi Kanu is more dangerous. Oloye Sunday Igboho is more dangerous because they are more dangerous to the Fulani hegemony, the Fulani invasion. They are more dangerous to whatever agenda they have for us in southern Nigeria, an agenda that is not in our interest, sincerely. Guess what? The one that escaped yesterday. So what they told their people was that they rescued him. The areas like Zamfara, Kaduna, Niger State, these areas have now, they have now become no-fly zones because, you know why? The bandits, the Boko Haram terrorists, they told all of you, or they tried to change their name to bandits. These guys have anti-aircraft launchers. In January, Gumi said that the bandits were trying to buy weapons and also acquire RPG, or they say na surface to air launcher. Some people don't believe it. Now ask yourself, how did bandits with AK-47, how did they shoot down an Alpha jet, a fighter jet that is flying at God knows how many miles per hour, and they shot it down? You know what happened? When the guy realized that he's been hit, they told him to go and drop some bomb in that place, maybe to go and drop some bomb in this part of that part, mostly blank areas, yeah? So he went, and on his way back, so they said they started shooting at the fighter jet. How can AK-47 shoot at fighter jets? In January, they said they will buy rocket launchers. From January to this day, these guys have kidnapped over 1,200 school children. These guys have cashed out over 800 million naira. How much do you think they will buy one surface to air rocket launcher? Or do you think they use AK-47 to, you know what the guy said? He said, they rescued him, right? They said his fighter jet got hit by AK-47 guns, and therefore he had to eject himself because that plane is going to crash. So he had to eject himself, and then they went there to rescue him. It's a lie. When the guy ejected himself, when they shot him, the rocket launcher shot the plane, and he ejected himself, he was lucky enough that the terrorists didn't catch him. They would have started showing his picture, video, and they would have told you that, well, we're going to cut off his head just for their jihad. And guess what? Even when they do that, they will still be freed whenever they are arrested or whenever they have to say, well, I've repented. That's how messed up it is. Because the government is not really fighting them. The government is what? It's fighting those who are fighting them. But the guy was lucky. They're going to put him in another plane. And they are making everybody believe that they rescued him. They didn't rescue him. He was lucky to eject himself in time and close enough to where he can run for help and quickly run away before the terrorists grabbed him. These guys have, Sheikh Gumi is done so much PR job for them. Sheikh Gumi will go on national TV, on your national TV in Nigeria. It will be gaslighting the Igbos, gaslighting the Yorubas, start telling you that those who are trying to stop the terrorists from our forests, they are aggressors, they are troublemakers, and government should do something about them. While on the same television, it will be telling all of you that whatever the bandits are doing, it is not to kill anybody. They don't kill anybody. They just kidnap for money. When they kidnap people, they kidnap them for money. Money for what? To buy ammunition. The bandits, they are calling them. It is the disguise to lower and down you, to reduce or to make you lower your guard. So that when they say Fulani terrorist, you will not just say, oh, bandit. Do you get that now? But now bandits shot down the fighter jet in Nigeria, and there is no military. Right there in Zamfara, in Kaduna right now, carrying out an operation to sweep out those who shot down Nigeria private jets. They received 6 to Kano jets, they said. Now, this new jet they received from America, at the end of the day, they will be flown by the Southern pilots who are going to eventually be sent to their own death too. And in all, the terrorists become stronger and stronger and stronger. Kidnapping become so big and become so bigger and bigger and bigger. And every day they are cashing out. And they want the rest of us who never want to live a life where our children will become the bargaining chip in the hands of terrorists, like they have turned the children up north into, especially the Christian children, sadly, unfortunately. Now, this is what is happening. This is what Oloye Sunday Igboho said. We should all be alive enough to prevent, because in the next 5 years, you will be wishing that you listened when they were telling you that Yoruba land will be worse than Zamfara. And it's just a matter of time. If terror lasts longer than 48 hours, they said, believe it, the government is involved. If not, Boko Haram will not go to Daura to show force. They said he walked from the Idil's prayer ground. He walked from there in Daura to there his boys, his children, the terrorists. And to them, is so loved. You and I might be crying for the people of Daura. We might be, we might be so worried for the children of Kankara, Kagara, Kajuru, and all these places where they have kidnapped children, especially in Katsina State, where Boko Haram comes from, right? We might be worried. It doesn't seem like the people are really worried. And that is really, really worrying. Say Baba, say Baba, say Baba. Just with the poster out again in 2023. You go here, say Baba, say Baba, say Baba. And the point or the fact that they still have the audacity, right, to tell you that you should blame yourself if they come for you for asking questions. Oloye Sunday Igboho has the support of many, many, many Yorubas, millions of us all over the world. Many of us invincible, you will say, but very, very visible when now that they have touched him. Many don't know how many people are actually behind Oloye Sunday Igboho and so many other Yoruba agitators who have managed to sum up courage to stand up and encourage others that if you don't, you will watch Yoruba land dissipate and then reduced to final nothingness. And those who have sold their own birthrights for the sake of the common plate of a porridge that they are going for, right? We would, we'll continue to show it to those who have summed up courage enough to speak out, stand out, and stand up and speaking up against what they have come to know as the attempt to further subjugate the Yoruba race in a contraption called Nigeria. I'm also very much happy, especially when I spoke to Koiki this afternoon, which happens to be somebody who was there with him last night, not with him physically, but pretty much in the plan of what was to go down. And we're happy that those who have the legal know-how, especially the Human Rights Charter, the African Human Rights Charter, that will prevent them from ever bringing Igboho back to Nigeria. But again, in a diplomatic Africa, where the undiplomatic people are in charge of power, you cannot raise your hope that high. But according to the information we have, it will be appearing in their court tomorrow for whatever they have, because they cannot keep him just forever like in Nigeria, where they can just lock you up just like that. A court has to decide it. And there are already the Yorubas in Benin Republic who are already, there are actually Yorubas from Yoruba land who are already on their way to Benin Republic as you watch this video. So tomorrow is a big day, okay? And to somebody who just asked me there, Maiyegun, Olowo, I am actually live now if you are watching, so I can see your comments, all right? Somebody asked me if I can confirm if Oloye Sunday Igboho is indeed on his way to Germany. Let me appeal to you just again. I know many people who felt like it was a relief when the news came out on the social media that, well, as usual, there is a source that usually you can never verify until such news becomes so viral, like you had it. They were telling people that Oloye Sunday Igboho has been released. And I've actually seen some popular handles, right, promoted that I heard that too. And that was before I spoke to those who are pretty much in the know, very close to what is going on. And again, I am not here to just to kill your joy. No. But sometimes, right, when you continue to tell yourself that, I've been on this broadcast now for almost an hour, and I've told you like about 3 times when I started, in the middle of it, just a moment ago, and now. No matter how many times you tell yourself, right, that thing you are typing now, go and confirm it, Maiyegun. Maiyegun, go and confirm it. They've released him. Maiyegun is in Germany now. Maiyegun is with his family. I have seen the photo online. Maiyegun, I've just seen the video where he's with his family. He just arrived in Germany. No matter how much you keep trying to tell yourself that. Are you with me? No matter how much you keep trying to tell yourself that, I want you to know that that won't make it true, because it is not. Okay? There will be videos. There will be pictures. There will be a lot of things that will show him in Germany, in part of Europe. People do that. But let me tell you this. No matter how much you try to tell yourself that, yes, that will not make it. It won't make it, what do you call it? So that will make it true. But again, if that makes you feel better to get a very good sleep tonight after you heard the news, because the news was so shattering, it was, debilitating and devastating, right? But guess what? If telling yourself that Oloye Sunday Igboho has been released and is on his way to Germany, in fact, he's in Germany now, if that will make you sleep well tonight, please believe it, okay? But for the fact that you are going to wake up tomorrow and you're going to realize that it is not true, you might want to feel disappointed, angry. I'm only helping you prepared for that. If going to bed tonight will make you feel like it is true, good luck, okay? I want you to have a good sleep, because whatever you feel like today, as many people have been feeling since that shocking abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there are many of us for hours that didn't believe that happened. There are people, not until they heard from his lawyer, indeed, they still don't believe that, how? They are trying to find the answers. But, a couple of weeks later, days later, people started finding the answers. So for you too, I would say, if going to bed tonight, believing that Sunday Igboho has been released and is on his way to Germany, if that will make you sleep nice tonight, right? If believing that will make you sleep, please, you can believe it. But tomorrow morning, you will wake up to that reality and the battle will continue. The update that is necessary has been given. And what I just need to say here is that I know I have a lot of people who wants to call in and react to this. I will have to let the line open, okay? I have given you the updates, the ones that should be shared, especially now that it has become a legal battle in Benin Republic, legal and diplomatic battle. I have also been told that Oloye Sunday Igboho's family in Germany, they have already notified the German the German consulate in Benin Republic. They've notified the government of Germany of what the persecution Oloye Sunday Igboho is facing. He's committed no crime. He's a responsible, a responsible man, responsible family man, responsible father, a responsible businessman who has never been convicted or, arrested for any crime in record or in any record ever, right? So his family has also pretty much raised a petition. Also, as part of the reasons why I strongly believe that Yorubas are behind Sunday Igboho so solidly. When his house was burnt, the Yorubas raised a petition. It was not made public. That petition was to the international, to the international communities, where people should be aware of the human rights abuses and the attack on the lives of Oloye Sunday Igboho, until they attacked him again and killed 2 people. This time around, the Yoruba, the Yoruba Nation socio-political group, Ilana Omo Odua, and their own legal team, they put up a petition, a detailed petition, 23 pages petition of what Nigeria and the Nigerian government did to Oloye Sunday Igboho, which has now been listed to have constituted what you would call the crime against humanity. Now, the International Criminal Court are now going to look into this petition, open up an investigation, and these two can be added to one of those crimes committed by Bukwari and his jihadist lunatic in that government. And many of them may have that power today. You may be calling them minister this, special advisor that, PA this, governor that, and the rest of them. They won't have it for long. And when they are done with the charade they have now, all these indictments will be hanging and waiting for them. So what did we do? Yorubas petitioned the International Criminal Court because they know that the legal bench in Nigeria is compromised enough that Buhari doesn't respect them. However, now that we have petitioned the International Criminal Court to have Bukwari, Malamu, and the rest of them tried for crimes against humanity, they decided to use the state's power to try to intercept, just like what they said they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, intercept, kidnap him, and bring him back in chains so that we can display him and we can always add it to the trophy shelf of Bukwari. That's a fight not to ever make that happen. It's what the Yorubas are now pretty much on in Benin Republic. And I I'm personally so elated